Congratulations. Just try and put it into words for us. Down twice in the fourth round to come back and knock out Dillian White. Talk us through it.
Саш, поздравляем в первую очередь. В четвертом раунде ты дважды упал и нокаутировал в пятом. Был ли ты в четвертом уверен, что так все закончится?
Не, конечно, не был уверен. Ну, в принципе, я себя нормально чувствовал. Нокдауны были, конечно, ну, нормально. Я хорошо себя чувствовал. И был готов к дальнейшему бою. И хорошо мне отработки повезло, получилось ударить.
I didn't feel that I will finish the fight like this, but I was pretty confident in the fourth round. Yeah, I'll go down twice, but it was okay. It wasn't, you know, too much damage. So, but I got what we have.
Talk us through the knockout punch, if you can.
I was watching his fights and taking account that he's missing uppercut from the left and from the right. So on my training, I was trained this combination, those shots.
One of the best punches of your career?
Возможно, лучший удар в твоей карьере?
Может быть.
Yes, probably.
Может быть.
What happens next for you? You obviously have the WBC diamond belt on your shoulder and you're now the interim champion. Was there a rematch clause? Will you be back here?
Ты теперь временный чемпион мира, обязательно претендент. Будет ли реванш и вообще какие, в принципе, дальше планы?
Ну, это не от меня зависит. Я, в принципе, готов с любым боксировать. Мне хочется поблагодарить своего промоутера Андрея Михайловича Рябинского, хочется поблагодарить Эдди Хёрна за то, что предоставил такую возможность выступать в Англии. Мне очень полюбилась Англия, здесь любят бокс и разбираются в боксе.
First of all, my future plans doesn't depend on me. It's a more question to my promoter, to Eddie. So we'll see what they will decide. At the same time, I want to tell thank you to Andrew Rybinski and Eddie Hearn for everything he's doing for me. Yeah, I very like to be here and boxing in the United Kingdom.
Just finally, I hope you understand this. This week, a lot of people have questioned your future in the sport, retirement, you're too old. Have you got a message for everybody that doubted you?
У тебя есть некий такой посыл, обращение к тем людям, которые часто спрашивали тебя про завершение карьеры, что ты уже, слишком старый и прочее. Что-то ты хочешь им ответить?
Я ничего не хочу ответить. Я просто хочу еще побоксировать.
I don't want nothing to respond for that people who told that. Just want to box, sometimes more.
И хочется поблагодарить всех людей, всех болельщиков, которые в меня верят.
Just wanted to thank you to all people and all the fans which believe in me.
Eddie, we'd usually start from the bottom and work our way to the top. I think it'd be unfair to not start by talking about that main event. It seemed like Dillian was moments away from winning the fight. Credit to Alexander Povetkin, a thundering left hand. Just talk us through it.
I mean, look, Povetkin started the fight well, but Dillian White was just taking his time, sizing him up. And then Dillian White, ended, I think, was it a fifth round?
He dropped him.
Yeah, but what round did the fight finish? Fifth. At the end of the third round, Dillian White started to find his range, get his distance, and he got to a position where he started to trade up and he was getting the better of Alexander Povetkin. The fourth round, Dillian took total control. Looked like he was bossing the fight, boxing lovely, had Povetkin down. And, at the start of the fifth round, someone came up to me and said, in an interview, I said, I think it's over now. This is Dillian White's going to step on the gas. Just got to be careful. And it wasn't even that he was just sloppy. It was just beautiful movement from Povetkin and, great movement, big left hand, and it's heavyweight boxing. One punch can change everything. And I'm absolutely devastated for Dillian White, but we also have to congratulate and respect Alexander Povetkin because he got off the deck twice to knock out Dillian White. And, we'll exercise our rematch clause and we'll get that fight made. It's a huge fight and it's a massive fight for the career now of Dillian White to maintain or regain his #1 position.
Katie Taylor, and still, I interviewed her here. She said it feels so nice, that fight, the first fight from MSG's been hanging over her for a year, that she can now close that chapter and move on. Your thoughts on her performance?
I thought it was a great performance. I've seen a lot of people saying, it was a draw or Pursuit win. I do not see that in that fight at all. I had it 6-4, might have even made an argument for 7-3, but it was a close fight. But Katie Taylor did much the cleaner work. Her movement was fantastic. She made Pursuit miss a lot, and Pursuit was coming forward a lot, but she wasn't landing that much. And when you see a fighter like Pursuit and her trainer that don't really like me and don't really like Katie Taylor, as the decision's coming out saying, respect, you won this fight, That should tell you everything you need to know. That was a great performance, and I hope she gets the credit now. She stepped up and took this rematch. She deserved the victory tonight. 98-93 was a very bad scorecard, in my opinion. But as I'm tweeted after the fight, 6-4. And, you know, I just couldn't give Pursuit more than 4 rounds in that fight. But, you know, it was a close fight and another absolute thriller.
Katie says she wants to be involved in only the biggest fights now. We've got Serrano, maybe McCaskill for all the marbles. A lot of options for her. Yeah,
you got Natasha Jonas, you know, giving herself a credible run there as well. The Serrano fight looked like, you know, we're not confident of that fight, but you've got McCaskill. You've also got a couple of crossover fights, you know, with Cyborg and also Holly Holm and people like that. So Katie just wants to, you know, keep setting the standards. She's an absolute superstar, you know, and I'm pleased that she set that record straight tonight.
Clay Congo, a good fight, and a big, fight. Yeah, a big breakthrough win for Chris Congo.
You know, Chris Congo looked very sharp tonight and very good, but again, I have to give massive props and credit to Luther Clay because he looked out of the fight, he came back. I had him winning a couple of rounds after he looked like he was going to get stopped, and I'd love to have Luther Clay back. You know, I'd like to see him drop down to 140, but I think Chris Congo announced himself tonight on that stage with a great performance.
The Savage, Alan
Savage is a lunatic.
He did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, he did. Fair play to him. He absolutely terrorised Sean Del Winters, and you know he's going to be very, very exciting. You know, great character, but he can fight as well. Very tough, and he's going to be in a lot of exciting fights moving forward.
Shelley Cullen, a draw.
Yeah, good fight. I thought Zach Shelley won that fight. You know, again, I see some people say Cullen won. Most people said Zach Shelley won. I didn't win him by 2 or 3 rounds. You know, I did feel that he should have put his foot on the gas a little bit. You know, he was in a good position through the mid stages of the fight. I felt like he should have put his foot on the gas, but I still think he deserved to win the fight.
A tough ending to fight.
Yeah, look, it's boxing. I mean, look, we would have loved to have been sitting out here having a beer and saying, you know, what a project this has been, and it has been a project. It's going to be something we'll never forget, of course, after that finish. But can't lie to you, I'd love to be leaving here now, you know, with the celebrating a Dillian White victory, but we know that sport and life don't always play out like that, so the only thing you can do is roll up your sleeves, work harder, come back, improve and be victorious.
From when the idea was first proposed to the fights we've seen, has it surpassed your expectations of how successful it's been?
Totally. I mean, to think of the drama that we've had, you know, not just in the 3 weeks but of course tonight, it's been revolutionary for the sport of boxing. It's the best project to come back, you know, for sport since the lockdown and the pandemic. And like I said, we'd rather be leaving here with a victory tonight, but we also remember just the most wonderful 4 weeks, and we remember why this sport is the greatest sport of all.
We close this chapter on Fight Camp for now, and more shows to be announced soon as we continue throughout the year.
Absolutely, yeah, we've been announcing our September show too, October, November, December. I think 4 shows in America, Italy, New Zealand, so busy, and you know, we'll lick our wounds and we'll come back and we'll move forward. You alright?
Can we get the rematch in
100%.
December?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. It's one of them things that where it just landed, innit? You know, I was bossing it.
No, totally. I mean, he had a couple of good early rounds, but you were in total control.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
The 4th round, he was done.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know, rematch, it's cool. It's all good.
Good.
But that's what boxing's about. Respect. Right. Thanks, Eddie. Cheers, man. Cheers.